We will be starting on Insight Timer shortly. I welcome you to join us on Insight Timer. Hi, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer. This is just a space for us to be together. But if you're actually on Insight Timer, which is a free app if you're not familiar with it, it's an opportunity to actually join in the conversation. Hi, everyone. Welcome. So nice to see your faces, your profile pictures, to feel your presence. Hmm. We'll begin in a few moments. Hi, Judy. Feel free to say hi. Ah, hi, Raquel. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for being here. How's our sound? Can you hear me clearly? Hi, Vincent. Hi, Sharon. Oh, so nice to hear from you. Hi, Karen. Okay, great. Hi, Angela. Wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy to all be together. All right. And as a reminder, if you are not here with us on Insight Timer, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer so that you can be part of our community discussion and experience. Hmm, thank you. Hi, Suze. Oh, awesome. I love that. Hi, Maureen. Beautiful. Well, for anyone that I'm getting to meet today, my name is Selena. I lead live sessions weekly on the app. They change, although I tend to have a regular schedule when I'm here at home. When I'm traveling, the schedule changes. So you can always find updates to my live schedule on my profile page here on the app. I am traveling starting tomorrow, so we won't be together next week, but we will be together the following week for our session like this, as well as our yoga asana session. And again, you can find that on my profile page, as well as so many recordings and a couple of courses to serve you in your journey of greater peace, self love, knowing thyself, freedom, the fullness of life. We have a group on the app called Love Heals All. Everyone is welcome. And something about this space that we're sharing together today, I'd really like to invite, as I always do, that this is a space where you can be just as you are right now. You don't need to be more spiritual. You don't need to be more happy. You don't need to fix yourself or change how you are. However, you are in this moment, whether it's feeling like the brightest light in the world or like you're in the darkness, you are so welcome here. This is a space of love, of curiosity. We get to examine our lives, examine ourselves through a lens of kindness, compassion. So I welcome you. I hear you, Angela, loving you. So let's begin with the centering technique. This is an ancient yogic technique that helps us to come into greater inner balance and alignment. If you can't move your body, you can just visualize moving your arms with this. We'll bring the hands to touch at the heart center, sit tall, relax the shoulders down. I melt. Take a full deep breath in and out. And then as you inhale, reach your right hand all the way up to the sky while your bottom hand moves down, fingers point up. And then exhale really slowly to come back to the heart. Take your time here. Inhale the left hand all the way up, right hand comes down by the navel, open the chest. Exhale slowly. Soften your lips, your face, your jaw. Inhale the right hand all the way up, left hand by navel. Exhale slowly. Pause here at the heart, close the eyes. Maybe lift your chest up into your thumbs. Feel your shoulders drop back and down. Allow a slight space between the teeth. Slow, deep breaths in and out. Feel your belly softening, your solar plexus softening. As you breathe fully, notice the sensations between your hands. And now relax your hands down. The eyes are closed, or if that's uncomfortable, maybe the gaze is just looking downward. Sense your body becoming heavier. Start to feel as if there is an unwinding happening from the inside out, like any tension or worry, concern that is inside is like a ball of yarn. And with your breath and your loving attention, this ball of yarn starts to unravel. And as it unravels, there's a softening that can happen inside, a permission to be just as you are, maybe a spaciousness. Continue to breathe deeply in a relaxed way as you give this space inside of you to let go, to unwind. If you find that there's any sense of rigidity or a feeling that you need to change, that there's something wrong with how you're feeling, that you should be different, I invite you to return to really feeling your breath and just say to yourself, however I am right now is okay. I give myself total permission to be as I am. I give myself complete permission to be just as I am. On your next inhalation, we'll breathe in through the nose for 4 counts, and then pause and hold the breath if that feels comfortable for your body. And exhale through the nose for approximately 4 counts. Again, hold the breath if that's comfortable. The shoulders are relaxed, so is the face. And then inhale through the nose for 4. Pause and gently hold. Exhale for 4. Pause and hold. Inhale slowly and deeply for 4. Pause, hold the breath, relax the body. Exhale through the nose for 4. And again, hold the breath if that's comfortable. Continue counting in your mind approximately 4 counts in and out and 4 counts to hold. If it's uncomfortable to hold the breath, you can just focus on inhaling and exhaling. And even though you're counting, I invite you to see if you can soften into this. Let this be a relaxed experience in your body. If the mind is really distracted, that's okay. Just keep returning to counting your breath and feeling your body. Guide yourself back by way of feeling the body as much as it feels comfortable for you. Hear yourself counting in your mind. 4, 3, 2, 1. A couple more rounds of breath like this. Release any rigidity, full, slow breaths. And once you are complete, breathe naturally, release the counting, and notice if there has been any shift inside. If you can, gently massage your heart center, make some slow circles over your heart. Relax the jaw again. Maybe take a couple of breaths in and out of the mouth. Feel how when you exhale with a sigh, you can start to unwind tension in the belly. Ah. Hmm. Move the body in any way that feels good, that feels nourishing. And when you're ready, slowly open the eyes. Welcome, Britt and Liz, Priyanka, Jenny, Evie. Hi, everyone. Welcome to everyone. So, what do you notice inside after taking these moments to breathe consciously and to focus your mind? Hi, Liza. What do you notice? Hi, Anami. And again, if you're not here with us on Insight Timer, I invite you to join us here. Valerie shares much less revved up. Angela shares, I'm realizing how much I was clenching my jaw and shoulders. Yeah, it's like we're bracing. Sometimes we feel like we're bracing for life. What else did you notice, my friends? Or what are you aware of now after giving yourself this gift of this? Hi, Camille. Welcome. I know for me, there's a like an ease in my nervous system more rather than feeling this like really big tension. There's this softening that started to happen. There are many reasons pranayama breathing techniques benefit us. A couple of the primary reasons, especially a breathing technique where we're focused, is well, firstly, not in this order necessarily. We're giving the mind something to focus on other than our stressful or worrisome thoughts. So much of the stress that we experience in our lives, although some of it is kind of programmed in our nervous systems, or it could be some expression of trauma or things like this, so much of the stress we experience is because of what we're thinking about, how we're relating to ourselves and relating to each other in the world that causes us to feel more anxious, more afraid, more worried. That's why it's so powerful to explore bodies of work like Byron Katie's The Work, because it's a whole body of work that has us examine our minds. We'll play with that in just a moment here. So, firstly, because it gives our minds something to focus on in the here and now, other than the stressful thoughts. And also because many of us have a regular breathing habit of breathing shallowly. And the more shallowly we breathe, the more there's this tension inside. Studies have shown us that when we exhale, long, slow exhalations, it activates the vagus nerve, which in turn activates the part of the nervous system that allows us to feel more restful, more relaxed, more at ease. So again, there are more benefits that come when we use breathing techniques, but those are a couple that I find to be really just, I don't know what the word is. They're just very, very beneficial. Beneficial benefits, yes. Yeah, I see Evie shared feeling a calmer mind. Anami shares appreciation from my entire being for cultivating moments of presence and ease. Oh, I felt that. Everything in me just wanted to go like this, Anami. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for your love, Liz. So let's talk about the mind for a moment. Let's talk about the mind and fear or tension or whatever might be arising. There's this great inquiry that we get to have. And actually maybe we'll explore this real time together. So if someone is noticing maybe a mildly stressful thought that's coming up in your mind that maybe has been in there a little bit, go ahead and share it in the chat. I'll just work with one of the first ones that I see. So it might be a thought like, I'm afraid to fail. Um, what if so? Okay, great. So Eloise shares, we'll just work with this one. I'm out of time. Who can relate to that one? Drop some hearts or an emoji in the chat. This feeling that I'm out of time. Oh my goodness, this is such a common human experience, whether it feels very real, like the ending of something is in 5 minutes, or the ending of our life feels like it's coming, whatever it is, this feeling of feeling out of time is so common. So common. I've been feeling it today, actually. I don't have enough time. So, Eloise and anyone else who would like to work with this thought, for anyone else who finds that this thought is really present for you right now, that you're out of time, I invite you to, first of all, just kind of notice your body. Notice how your body feels in this moment without judging it. Just kind of imagine that you're observing your body, that you're kind of standing outside and you're just noticing, okay, wow, yeah, there's a lot of tension and there's like tingling and there are places where things feel achy. Just kind of notice how your body is feeling. And now notice how your body responds when you have the thought, I'm out of time. I know for me, just even saying that, my breath became more shallow. My upper abdominal area started to contract. So just notice, and then go ahead and share in the chat, Eloise, if you feel like doing this work together. And anyone else who's working with this same thought, I'm out of time, feel free to share in the chat as well. Yes. So what is there? What do you notice in your body when you start thinking the thought consciously, I'm out of time? Go ahead and share and take your time. Some of you are part of the membership that I offer. And one beautiful thing about that is the one-on-one work that we get to have. I love it. I love Insight Timer. We are so grateful for everything that you create for us. And one day I hope to have an opportunity to see you too. So Eloise shares that tuning into her body, that there are tears and anger inside, like a grief inside that is coming up. And some others are sharing there's a sense of heart racing, contraction, and a racing of feeling. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Eloise. So just sit with that for a moment. Maybe even place a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. And let's just do a little work together. Really imagine that you're holding your body with the same kind of loving care that you would a puppy or a kitten or a baby, someone who really needs your care. Hold your own body in that way. And of course, this is for anyone. And actually, I invite everyone to join us in this. Maybe your stressful thought is something else, right? Like I think I saw someone type something about I'm not living like my soul's purpose or something. So whatever your stressful thought is, you can do this work with that right now. So just kind of notice in your body how that stressful thought makes you feel. And then hold your body. Eloise, I'm right here with you, love. Right here with you. Hold your body and just tune into your body as much as it feels comfortable to. And then say to yourself, I'm so sorry you're feeling this way. This feels so difficult, and I see how challenging this is. Say this to yourself, my friends. Thank you for the hearts. I invite you to do the work, though. So, again, let's just pause on the chats for a moment. Really be with yourself. Hold your body and acknowledge yourself. Wow, I can see how painful this is. And I'm so sorry you're going through this. Say it to yourself. And say to yourself, I'm so sorry for the ways that I've been hard on you. I'm so sorry for the ways that I've pushed you when you really needed time or rest or my kindness. I'm sorry. And just notice as you're saying these kinds of things to yourself, notice what's happening in your body. You don't need to type anything yet. Just notice and say to yourself, I know it feels like you're alone sometimes. I'm sorry you have felt so alone, but I'm right here now. Say this to you. I'm here. I'm here, and I give you permission to be just like this. I give you permission to take your time. And you might even say to yourself, even if we run out of time, I'll still be here for you. Or if it's feeling like a failure or something else, even if you feel like a failure, even if you fail at something, I will still be here for you. And again, just notice what's happening in your body. Now, Louise, my love, go ahead and share a little bit. What do you notice happening inside as you turn toward yourself in this way? And there's no right answer here. There's no way that it should be. There's no one way to have an experience. This is compassionate exploration with ourselves. And anyone else who feels like sharing what you're noticing. Okay. So the Eloise shares the emotions get so much more intense. Okay. So here we go. We go deeper with ourselves. And of course, my friends, if at any time this feels too intense, it's okay to back off. It's okay to say, you know what? I don't think I want to go here today and do something to care for yourself. It's okay. There's never any pushing to do something. So, Eloise, sitting with the intensity of these emotions, maybe you'd like to say to yourself, I'm here for you now. And it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel all of this. And again, I invite you to pause on the chat for a moment, my friends. Really just be with your experience. And ask this part of you that you're in touch with. This is for everyone. Say to this part of you, what do you need from me? What do you need from me right now? And just listen. Open your mind, open your heart. What do you need from me? And keep meeting yourself with compassion. Be kind with yourself right now. Are you willing to meet yourself and do your best to show up the way that you're needing right now? If it's more kindness with yourself, are you willing? If it's more patience, are you willing? If it's more kindness, compassion, forgiveness, are you willing to be more loving with yourself right now? Even just a little bit? And what do you notice happening inside as you meet yourself with greater presence and listening? There will always be endings. Our perception of time will end, whether it's the end of a project, the end of a relationship, the end of the body being on the planet. And there will always be beginnings. We will always fail and we will also succeed. We won't always fail, but we will continue to have experiences of failing and continue to have experiences of succeeding. The common denominator here, whether time is ending or beginning, or we're failing or succeeding, or we feel like we're living our life's purpose or not, the common denominator is us and our relationship with ourselves. There will always be highs and lows and times that feel terribly challenging and times that feel ecstatic. Can you be there for yourself? Can you be kind with yourself in the ups and downs? Can you be more generous with yourself within the ups and the downs? Can you acknowledge, wow, yeah, the time that I thought I needed, it's over now, but I still love and accept myself. And I'm so grateful that I'm alive, that I'm breathing. Maybe it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to, but I'm still here. And I can give myself the space, the permission to be a human being. We're not machines. We are not calculated machines. We are messy and beautiful and precious. I see Lou shared that there was a softening. Eloise, what are you present to, love? Great, Angela. Angela shared, I need to see the big picture. I'm not successful in one area, I'm successful in a lot of other areas. And Angela also shared, I'm grateful for people in my life that accept me as I am. Beautiful. Eloise is sharing, I've thought myself to be a dysfunctional machine that is stuck in old with no way to update. Yeah, I hear that. Does that feel like a very kind or generous way to think about yourself? Not at all, right? And I bet if you looked, you might find that thinking about yourself in this way is maybe even a type of thinking that you picked up from someplace else. Maybe this is in a way how your mother or your father or your primary caregiver, whoever raised you, maybe this is kind of how they thought or how they spoke, whether it was about themselves or other people or you. You might find that sometimes this way of thinking is rooted in our learned behavior. So, right now, love, let's imagine this, Eloise, because there's love between us, yes? Imagine right now that I've come to you. This is just you and me, and I'm feeling so upset. I actually have been having a very challenging few days internally. And this weekend, I'm attending an event with my beloved teacher for Holiness Saima. And because there's so much energetic work that happens before an event, it kind of feels like being thrown into a washing machine. And it's not like, I mean, it's my experience, but this time around, it hasn't been like, oh, someone's like taking a sponge and like gently washing off all the things that no longer serve. It's felt like I've been in a washing machine and just getting like thrown around. And, it's like the energy is moving, all the places inside or maybe I've been a little stagnant or stuck or stayed contracted. They're all getting shaken up. And it's incredibly uncomfortable and in moments very painful emotionally. So imagine, Eloise, that I am coming to you right now and letting you know that, like, yesterday I was crying and it was a really challenging day. And I just feel all like I can't, like, I don't have enough time to finish everything I need to finish before I leave. And I have all this stuff going on. And I just feel like, if I came to you and I shared that with you, how would you speak to me? What would you say to me? If I told you I was just feeling so challenged and my heart just felt like it was breaking, how would you be with me? And I see your comment about when did I allow machines to be louder than my sound? It's okay, my love. There's no need to beat yourself up. It's okay. That's what happens sometimes. It's okay. There's usually a very good reason that that machine became louder. Maybe it was how you made it through whatever life was bringing. Maybe that machine is what helped you make it through times where you felt alone, or you felt like you had to be strong, or you felt like you had to change just to get through. You don't need to be unkind to these patterns that are there. And Eloise is answering my question and sharing, just would want to hold you and say that you are breaking to see more of yourself and that I'm here with you. Oh, thank you, my love. Now do this with me. Open your arms really wide, really, really wide. I want you to open your chest and take a few deep breaths in. Another breath like this. Mm. And now take your arms and wrap them around your body. I want you to hold your body as much as you can. Doesn't matter. Maybe you can only go like this. It's okay. Wrap your arms around your body. Say what you just said to me. Tell yourself that you're breaking so that you can see more of yourself and that you're there with you. Say that to you. And acknowledge, maybe you need to acknowledge that these patterns in yourself that you judge, maybe it would be good to acknowledge that they've been there for a reason. Maybe they were protecting you. Maybe they were supporting you when you didn't know what else to do. Speak to yourself right now the way that you would speak to me if I was here crying with my head on your lap and you were just holding my head. And this work is for everyone, my friends. This work is for each of us to explore. For anyone who hasn't really explored much of this way of thinking, that the inner critic or some of our unhealthy habits and behaviors might not be a bad guy, but really a protection mechanism. I touch on this a little bit in the self love course that I have here on the app. So if you haven't already explored that, I warmly welcome you to join us there. It's a really kind approach to looking at some of those things. And I did release a meditation this last week. It's part of the Plus subscription, but it's a meditation where we kind of do a process like this to really just sit with whatever parts of ourselves are in distress. So, Maureen shared a comment. Thank you, love. Eloise, what are you present to right now with everything that I've said? And if you want to take some time to just be with it and just feel into it, take your time. You don't need to answer right away. I would just love to hear where you're at with yourself in this moment after this time together. And a side note here, I have a training that starts in under 20 minutes that I need to log off for. So I'll stay on for about another 9 minutes or so, and then I'll need to end a little early today so I can transition. So as we're waiting for Eloise to share, again, there's not even no pressure to share at all, my love. If you feel like just kind of being with yourself, take your time. Take your time, and it's okay to not share also. I do just want to come back because I saw, thank you for your loving comments, friends. Yeah, Evie shared, uh, I I felt a little softening and realized how hard it is to be self-compassionate. Yeah, it's just not something we're really conditioned to do. I see it more and more with kids nowadays. And I was even in some ways taught to do it, but it's still been such a difficult thing to learn. And I think a big part of it is our survival strategies, these protection mechanisms that we develop that look like self criticism or self judgment, but really deep down, they're there trying to guide us not to suffer more. But of course, they cause more suffering. Yeah, Susa shared, I love that. I love that. Breaking to see more of myself. Very true. Breathtaking. Yes. See, Eloise, that beauty is in you, that wisdom is in you, that that wisdom of your heart is there. It's just about us coming home to ourselves and practicing. This is a practice. It's not like, oh, just because I know this, one day it's all going to be great and happy. It's a day to day, moment to moment practice of showing up for ourselves in these ways. I mean, I've been doing this work for years, and I still catch myself sometimes being hard on myself. So it's a journey. We be patient with ourselves, kind. Britt, you shared something. I just wanted to come back to it before we start to close. And let's see. Britt shared, I made it to Tennessee to live with my brother temporarily. After 3 decades of living in California, I feel so lost. I'm grateful for you all. After arriving here, I found out my brother, has cancer, so I'm feeling overwhelmed. Oh, love. Oh, let's just take a breath together. Thank you for sharing and giving us an opportunity to be with you as community. You are so held here, love, and I know you know that. So held. Just whatever goodness is here, whatever reminders, whatever love, whatever community connection is here, where you feel nourished, just take that with you and keep remembering it throughout your day. Keep leaning into it, keep breathing into it. And any structures that you have in Tennessee that can support you, engage in that. Maybe there are specific groups where you might be able to meditate with people in person, or fitness groups, or joining a gym if that's financially feasible. Just whatever it is, find ways structurally to connect with others around you. And remember just to be kind with yourself. You're in such a huge transition right now, especially, being there with your brother while he's going through what he's going through. So, just my wholehearted reminder is to keep making time for yourself, whether it's coming to lives, or meditating, or just going and standing outside and putting your feet on the earth. It's probably a beautiful time of year in Tennessee. So, give yourself some time to be nurtured. It could be very simple ways: drinking a big glass of water and taking 5 slow, deep breaths. Just keep taking care of yourself, okay? As best as you can. Oh, thank you all. Thank you for being this beautiful, beautiful, loving community that we are together. And we are so much more than just a community. We are a family. Even if this is your first time here today, this is this is your place. Eloise is sharing. I had asked what is present, what has been, what are you aware of? And Eloise shares that I'm not with myself, but opposed to all the ways I have shown up, like love, compassion, and care, cannot be here with me. I'm going to read that again, my love, just so I can really take it in. That I'm not with myself. Hmm. Uh, my love, I'm wanting to hear it in the way that you're writing it, and my brain isn't fully understanding. Can you share again, just so I can really take in what your share is, if you feel like it? What I'm hearing and what I'm reading is that you're not allowing yourself, or you haven't been able to up until this point, to be more loving and compassionate and caring with yourself. Am I reading that correctly? No, no, no need to be positive. This is part of the journey. I offered this member Instagram live yesterday, and someone asked me a question. They said, "How do you stay so positive?" And the answer that felt true in the moment is that I stay positive by welcoming the fullness of the experience. Positivity for me isn't positive vibes only, like this, like some false way of being, right? Positivity is in the moments that I feel I'm in the darkness, to hold myself and say, I'm so sorry you're feeling this way, or reaching out for help, or maybe in the moments that I'm in pain, to also remind myself that I'm going to get through it and I'll be on the other side of it at some point. Positivity doesn't look like being happy all the time for me. It looks like a kindness and an embracing of my whole experience. So I honor you. I honor your courage to do this work in community, to share. And I really, yeah, I honor you in that. This is the beauty of healing right here, right now. And being able to acknowledge these things and also share so vulnerably in community, this is big, deep work. So I really, really honor you. And I would say this is right where you're meant to be in your healing journey, if I could, that this is part of it. And to be able to be here together and say, wow, I'm really present to how much I haven't let myself experience love or compassion and how I feel separate from myself. Being able to say that is part of the healing journey. And I wholeheartedly welcome you to join these lives, to listen to the content that I have, to reach out for support. Maybe you have a therapist or a coach or just a dear friend you can speak with. Reach out for support. You don't need to be alone in this experience. Maybe there are people here in the community that you have a connection with that you can reach out to. This is the work, my love. And you only, and this goes for each of us, only go as deep and as fast and all of that as it feels comfortable for you, as you feel ready to. There's no need to push ourselves and force ourselves. It's okay to take our time. Yes, Eloise shares, um, yes, not a felt worthiness to allow that to come in. I hear that, love. I so hear that, and I get it. And you shared just so much grief without being able to hold me as I made it so. I hear that. And I have a question for you. Is this moment a new moment? Like literally, is this moment the past? Okay, now it is. But you know what I'm saying? Like right now, this period of time, this 5 minutes together, this hour together, is this period of time exactly the way the past has been? Or is there something a little new right now? Is what's happening together right now the same way it's always been? Or is there something a little new that's happening in the work we're doing right now? And so many of you, I see so many shares have come in. I wish so much I had the time to be with everyone in your share today. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, I actually am past my time. I do need to complete the session. So please bring your shares and your questions back next time. I'm so grateful for your shares and wish we'd had time, ironically, had time to get to all of them. Eloise shared, that made me laugh. Feels the same, but always a new moment. Right. And and I feel like isn't even just exploring it this way together, isn't this a little new? Isn't this a little different to even maybe think about things? Yeah, exactly. It is a little new. Maybe the same feelings are there, the same patterns are there, but there is something new. There is something a little different. So I'd invite you to take this in. Wow, okay. It isn't the exact same thing. There is something a little different right now. And this is a new beginning. This moment is a new beginning. It doesn't mean that after this session or tomorrow you're going to feel completely free and all the old patterns will be gone. No, it's just an, a window into this new era of you because it's right here. So I invite you and anyone else who's struggling with anything like this, I have a few specific meditations here on the app that I invite you to listen to. One of them is that new one that I just released on the Plus subscription. It's called something like um, something like meditation, healing meditation for self-criticism is I think what it's called. So there's that one. I also have one called self-soothe emotional healing. This is a really good one to do this kind of work. And don't worry, don't expect yourself to be different. Don't expect all these patterns to just be gone. Okay, you just keep meeting yourself day by day. Just keep meeting yourself. So self-soothe, emotional healing, healing meditation for self-criticism. I also have different recordings, so many talks that are on the app about self-love and self-criticism and being with yourself with more kindness. And the last one that is always a great one to explore, and you can listen to these meditations again and again and again, and it's the inner child healing meditation. So, inner child healing, self soothe, and healing meditation for self criticism. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so deeply grateful and touched. I love you all. I'm so full in our love. And I take you with me. I'll take you with me into this experience this weekend with Simon. All of this goodness that I will be filling myself up with, I will be sending it out to you. Thank you for your love, your time, your donations, your presence. Thank you for being in my life. I will see you very soon. And remember, you can check out the link in my bio or the link here in my on my profile page if you want to stay more connected and tuned in to everything happening. Thank you. Again, thank you so much for being here. The live session that just completed was on the Insight Timer app, so I couldn't see any of your comments. I warmly welcome you to join Insight Timer and be part of the live discussions there for free, uh, especially because can't see your comments here. Love, love, love.